Well, it's time. Come on, y'all. It's time.
Everybody going to the bathroom.
Ice. Oh! Ladies and gentlemen, time for New Sports. Victor Allen's own unique fan-based view of sports, written and produced by the bald-headed black man. That's right. Represent Make-A-Wish. The ladies have nicknamed him Sexual Chocolate. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, the man who knows all the sports. Here's Victor Allen. Yeah! 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 Go, Vic, go, Vic, go, Vic!
Oh. I want to talk about sex some more. I'm going to defer my segment over for another 22 minutes. Y'all can keep going. Oh, okay. Nowhere in the conversation. Let me go ahead and change it up. Okay, don't be pointing. And show them your face. You need to look at Miko. Show them your face. Okay. All right. I don't know if you guys have ever been on camera when you're at an event or anything and they catch you disappointed and sad. Mario, I'm going to use an example that you, and I hate to throw them under the bus, but you always talk about it. Went to a concert, you told me before. You said, my God, when they came on stage and they started singing, you felt embarrassed and bad for them. Now, it probably was a legacy group, but think of somebody and how bad you felt sitting there, even though you probably...
And it wasn't me.
Keith Sweat.
Okay. Oh.
Keith Sweat.
No, I'm not naming those.
I'm going to name them. I went right up
they used to be good.
Used to be, yes. Keith Sweat. I walked up on Keith Sweat on the stage, and he was, oh my God.
Is that bad, right?
Yes,
okay.
He was that bad.
Now, let me flip it for you. Now, all of a sudden, he gets to a song, and it says, whoa, and he handles his business. Did that happen anytime during that concert?
Yes,
so it was
Charlie
cool.
Wilson.
So it was Charlie, not Keith?
No, I was shocked.
Northern Iowa, I watched these pictures. A lot of people already know this story because it's the all-time greatest comeback when you're leading by 12 points with 42 seconds remaining in the game and you lose.
Ooh.
How do you lead by 12 points, 42 seconds, and you lose? They show
you almost have to work at that.
Think about this.
Yeah, you almost have to. It has to be a majestic dance of failure.
Think about it. It is. They were showing I remember this one young lady's face, and I said, "This is terrible." They're sticking on her face. Texas A&M against Northern Iowa. And tears running down her face. You can see that a little boy's hands across his head because it's going. This is unbelievable. Texas A&M is favored. 42 seconds later, all hell breaks out. They win in double overtime. I've never seen a game like this, a collapse ever. So the first thing I started to think about is, they don't want to hear no sports.
Yes, we do.
You know what you want to hear?
What happened?
Compare the greatest disappointment you had related to sports or any other event that you expected from somebody.
The Lakers.
Oh, so you going there. You saying Lakers, right?
What are we talking about, sports? Because some of my most disappointing events were not in sports.
Okay, now
and they were fairly disappointing.
Now you the one going
I'm just saying.
You the one.
I'm just saying. There've been some disappointing. There've been some disappointing.
Wait a minute, Mario.
Is
it move? Get your move.
See, wait a minute. I just told you guys. I told you it's going to come back around. Isn't it coming back around to the topic you guys were just talking about?
He did it, not me.
I'm just saying. I asked.
He the one giving all
disappointing moments.
But he did.
I got something that's funny, but I can't go there.
You see?
Okay.
Why not?
Can we go with the sports?
Yeah, we're gonna go with the sports because what my whole point is that I don't think I'm gonna be honest. There are people who turned away from this game. I mean, big time. They said it's over, it's done. Came back and said, "What happened?"
Yes.
At that moment, I'm pretending that I'm on the other side, going, "I'm about to walk out of here. 42 seconds left," and then all of a sudden, you lose. Double overtime. So I had to relate it that way because I don't think everybody watched the game. Miko, I know you didn't watch it, did you?
No, I heard about it.
And Mario probably flipped the channel, probably watching.
I think I was on Pornhub.
Orange New Black, right?
Orange,
right.
Here he go.
So Mac was probably
get my skills.
Mac, PMC, Brick. They're probably sitting up here trying, flipping burgers and stuff like that. We don't care about that. But anyway,
they got his hands in his pockets.
So the only thing I'm saying is if you don't follow college basketball, I think, to me, just to see the ups and downs you related in life. And I had to think about the most disappointing moment. And it comes back, and I'm not going to throw him under the bus, but it comes back from the subject we're talking about. Women probably experience a lot of disappointment with men in relationships, but there are times that men also run into disappointments, and it ain't happening, right? It ain't. So Mario's not gonna go there. So I'm gonna save you on this one.
It's like a scar, Vic. It's like a scar.
That's right. I'm gonna save you on this one. See, I'm gonna save you. So Miko,
I'm
Miko breaking shit.
wait, wait a minute.
You gotta get the white women in here.
wait a minute, let me stop. See, I told you I was gonna put them on spot. She's stuttering because you guys can relate with this. This is my
Yes,
whole point.
sir, I'm
You
trying to
guys can relate with this.
one.
Wait a minute, I've never heard.
You know what, Mario? You can shut the F up. You know, with that one, putting me on the
See,
spot. You
you
need
get
one to
long
speak
hair.
on
That's
it.
when it starts acting up.
See, no,
right.
you got a couple short
Okay,
hair.
let me stop. Let me
Oh my
stop.
God.
All right, so since I don't have.
It's embarrassing.
It is embarrassing. See, that's what I'm trying to say.
Oh my
Nobody
God.
wants to give their juicy story, right? Because
No, I can't.
this guy right now has to tell the story moving forward for the rest of his life. Is that it was done, and he forever sit back and say, have I experienced anything that bad? So Mark, you say it's not that bad.
I always say this: it's never as bad as it seems, and the counterpart to that is it's never as good as it seems either.
Oh, whoa.
So the other thing is, time changes the meaning of these things. One thing about age, we realize that a lot of times what we called our failures actually were the stepping stones that led us to our really greatest points. Michael Jordan used to always say, ask me how many games I lost
Right.
with the last shot.
Okay.
He says, ask
Okay.
me that one. They love to ask me how many I won, but ask me how many I lost by missing the last shot.
Miko, you have some insight?
Well, you know, Bricklay said Mario is Miko throwing shit.
She is throwing shit.
I was like,
What happened to get that good hair? Happened to
Let me
Janet.
stop. Let me say this.
See?
Let me say this.
I was like, okay.
And I'm gonna relate this to a different time in a different moment. Many of us have experienced because we're not really in that same zone anymore. College, some of the best times in relationships you've had. It's more than
Yeah, they
just,
call it times now?
Oh.
Oh, we call it times.
Y'all-
Wait a minute,
wait,
College
wait.
is some of the
I'm
best.
trying.
Right?
I'm trying to
See,
say. Listen what I'm saying.
y'all acting all stank.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to give.
Yeah, you and your little
Wait a
crew.
minute. What I'm trying to say
Look at
is,
Mario.
it is more than just the game because the relationships of the players have ended far as the seniors are gone, and they're gone. And a lot of them are compiling the emotion that it's over. And it happened so quickly, especially when you thought you was about to walk down the carpet.
Yeah, because he got moved.
It really...
That's like life, right?
Yeah, yes, it is. Yes, it
Like
is.
life.
That's why you don't get complex.
I'm only...
Working those
Stay on
skills.
What-
Working those
Wait,
skills.
what are you talking about?
I think they got kind of laid back when the score was getting there. They was like, "Oh, we got this, but they got promoted."
Well, you know what? In all fairness, the point guard who handles the ball, they only had one ball handler, and when Texas A&M put the press down, they turned the ball over, throwing the ball inbounds 4 times in a row.
Okay.
And each time they capitalized off the points.
See?
So it was really one of those. They just hunkered down and everything worked in its way.
So they gave them a run for their money.
It was more than that. They ushered them the e-ticket to exit the building. We got this. So bottom line is, I'm just relating it because if you didn't watch the game, you had to see this. And if you have a chance, I know it's uploaded on YouTube. Go watch the last 45 seconds, and you're just going to sit there going, "Destiny. This is destiny. They can't stem the tide." That's all I was saying.
Someone wanted to know here. I can't pronounce their name because they got too many of the lower lines in. But what was your take, and what team was you rooting for?
Between the two?
Between the two.
Oh, look. My bracket got busted, all right? It got busted hard.
Mine too. I'm not sure what you're talking about, though.
Wait a minute.
That didn't sound
wait a
right.
minute.
Your bracket
Wait a
got
minute.
busted. You know, coming from a dude, you don't
they don't follow. They don't follow the sports.
That sounds kind of sexy.
Wait a minute.
I'm going to tighten up your bracket.
Yeah, your bracket.
Go get
Are you
the
talking about
bracket.
your front bracket or your
Okay.
back
Go get
bracket?
the bracket.
Which bracket you got
Go get the
busted?
bracket.
These are people who still looking for cable on TV. Get with it. Okay.
Wow.
All
Wow.
right. No, honestly,
Give me the brackets.
my bracket.
They see you.
No, my bracket was take Texas A&M because I had already said they're going to move on. But once the game got there, Northern Iowa was doing what they were doing. I started rooting for the underdog. So I was going.
He became a transformer.
Wait a minute.
Ooh, somebody in here.
That's what I was wondering. Was there Southern Iowa?
Victor.
Iowa.
Wait a minute.
Western Iowa.
They
Wait a
said
minute.
they're from Texas, and they go to
Watch
Texas
this.
A&M right here, and they say, Victor, F you weren't supposed to go for the underdog. How you gonna be a transformer? Keep typing.
Wait a minute.
That's actually,
Wait
I
a
know
minute.
for a
Wow,
fact
this is
that people in
Meerkat.
Texas
Wait a
never
minute.
saw talk like that.
No, yes, they do. They talking right now.
No, people in Texas never
Let me look
curse.
who this is.
You know what? Let me tell you something, Miko.
Huh?
You guys are actually right. I don't respect anybody who jumps from one band to the other. So I deserve everything. So I'm not trying to sit back in front. Yes, I did
That's why they
jump
jumped on
bandwagon.
me.
But
Like when they jump my way.
But you know what? You know why I'm having this moment? Because the Pac-12 just stunk up the joint.
I'm looking at
all
this
of them
stuff.
got knocked out except Oregon. So I'm mad. So I'm jumping. That's the way it is. Texas in the house, though, right? Ask Mario how he feels
I'm
about
not,
Texas.
you know, I can't root for
They
Texas.
see you, so that's why they asking
I've been
you.
to Texas a bunch of times. Y'all know.
Oh, it's a cutie pie.
It's one part of
You
Texas
ought to
we
be
like. That's
ashamed of
Austin.
yourself talking that language to me.
Oh, she sure did. Okay,
It's not a reflection of the
Hillary,
people.
hi.
Hillary, stop it. But anyway, that was really it. So
Yeah.
I'm moving on from that. The only reason why I said that is that I really felt for the team that was losing. But Texas A&M, big ups on my bracket. I chose you. You're moving on.
Cliff Madison said they want to know your views on it since you being quiet. He's on Twitter talking to you.
See, this.
I'm for whoever's in the blue uniforms.
See, that's cold.
Now, to tell you the truth, I don't know because I don't. Listen, I'm one of those people who watch a lot of March Madness, and I love it because the intensity of the basketball.
Yeah.
And I never know the teams. Victor will tell you that, but
Yeah.
that's one of the things I like about it.
Yeah, he
I
does
get
it.
to see teams that I've never heard about.
Yeah,
And I get some of them you start to remember because they come back again and again.
absolutely.
But it is absolutely the best basketball.
Oh, it is, bar none.
The best. So that's the point that I love about it. You can't watch a game because you think it's the all-star of this or the all-star of that. You have to watch, and upsets happen every day.
Hey, look.
So I love March Madness, and I love it and I never know who the teams are. I never have a favorite team, but I tell you what, as it gets closer and closer, I'm always rooting for the underdogs, and there always are underdogs, even though the seeded folks usually win. I think about 85-90% of the time, Vic.
Parity is subjective.
Mario, hold on,
That's
Vic.
why.
London Sanders said he liked what you said because that's what he does, and he gets chopped off a lot when
Because
his
people have
homeboys don't.
allegiances.
They want him to choose, and
No,
he's not
I don't have
trying to
allegiances.
choose.
I don't support the Lakers. No,
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Support the Lakers.
Oh no! I like. You know what?
They're talking on here.
Yeah, but, okay. Wait a minute.
London Sanders.
Periscope or Meerkat?
No, Twitter.
Twitter. Okay. Cool.
better now.
All right. No. Let me say this. I got to give respect where respect is due because when a game like that trumps a buzzer beater game, Wisconsin over Xavier, you just forget about that. They won on the last shot with no time left, and so you end up going,
Exactly.
how come that story is not the lead story? When you see this story, it's all time.
Well, it's so hard, Vic. A bunch of games by 1 point too.
Right.
How many games do you see that are you really decided in that last 1 to 2 minutes? That's what's incredible to me, you guys.
Right.
Really. So anyway, I don't know.
I
I was sort of. By the time I started liking the team, they out. So
Right. Wait a minute. Look,
I started to say I like Iowa.
I'm telling you, everybody's looking for the Cinderellas right now.
Iowa got
What's
thumped.
that?
It's a Cinderella.
What's the Cinderella?
Oh Lord have mercy! This is not sports.
What's
She
that?
said what? Okay,
What is?
it is
Oh my God.
roughly the poorest performing team, or rated or ranked very low, that may come up and upset. The favorite teams, and so they'll
okay.
take the
He
worst
called
team in the
that
ranking.
Cinderella
Cinderella.
was the
Right.
little waif who was like cleaning the house,
Yeah.
and then she turned into the beautiful girl.
Right. So and look,
That's the analogy.
when you get 64 teams to choose
Ugly
from,
duckling.
doesn't everybody pick a number of teams and more than just one? You'll go from your personal team to your conference to your city. You'll do the relationship.
It's like when you go in the club.
You do it. You just trickle down, man.
You look around. You got the prime suspect.
Right.
Number 2, 3, 4.
Right.
And for some of us, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
All right. All right. Going to do the quick reference here because the big dogs in the house is Kansas, and there are 4 number 1 seeds. All of them are moving on. So there hasn't been the number 1 bracket buster so far. Which team between the 4, between Kansas, North Carolina, Oregon, and Virginia, who goes out in the round of 16 if you had to pick, Mario?
It ain't Kansas. Shit.
Just eliminating,
Damn.
right? It's not
Kansas
Kansas.
gonna be in the final, whatever.
Yeah, right.
Whoever wins got to beat Kansas.
All
That's
right.
kind of obvious at
Right.
this point now.
And it's not
Kansas looks so much more powerful.
And look,
Gee,
yes, and look, I'm not saying it's a guarantee
that's
because
what I saw. I was like, gee.
they're not like the old Kentucky teams a few years back where it's just running roughshod over everyone. All right, then what between North Carolina and Virginia? I already know who you're going to pick as the first one out. I already know. I haven't even mentioned them because I watched them play yesterday.
Virginia.
You're going to say Virginia. That leaves.
Maybe because North Carolina legacy, things like that.
Right.
Even though isn't Virginia in there regularly too?
Well, Virginia
I
has been
remember-
competitive for the last couple of years, but
Okay, because I'm used to seeing Virginia.
this is a number 1 ranking that they're sharing. This is rare for them in the recent times to be ranked number 1. They're
Yeah.
pretty good. The one that surprised everybody a little bit is Oregon creeped to get a number 1 seeding. So if I had to bet based on the performance I saw, and I'm representing the Pac-12, I have to say Oregon seems to be the one that may go out in around the Sweet 16. I'm not saying
I don't
so.
expect them to continue. That's all I
Really?
know.
You don't expect?
No.
Okay. All right. There's no problem. Okay. Good. All right. Got to go over to this subject because it's big. Moving on up. I always say, when somebody opens their mouth and they start talking about the women, all you leave it up is to the CEO of the WTA, specifically when he's in the Indian Wells tournament.
Palm Springs.
Where Serena lost to, I believe it was, and I may be wrong here. I didn't even look at the name.
That's Palm Springs.
Yeah, it just lost to Azarenka. I believe that's not even the story. Not that she lost. I'm about to quote what he said in an interview in his Q&A. Everybody who's following ESPN and others like that already know the story, but this is going to be interesting how you guys think about this. He was asked in reference to how do you feel about the WTA and its movement, et cetera, et cetera. He said, in my next life when I come back, I want to be someone in the WTA because they ride on the coattails of the men. They don't make any decisions and they are lucky. They are very, very lucky. If I was a lady player, notice how he said this. If I was a lady player, I go on every night on my knees and thank God that Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal were born because they have carried this sport. They really have. I'm going to say this. He already came back and did an apology. When you go see the video, you want to see sincerity, laid back in the chair, Big Willie sitting back going like this, softly, just feeling comfortable. He's originally from South Africa. Serena Williams already commented in her professional way. She ain't hating. I just want to see if I can get a ranking. Stupid asshole, ignorant asshole, asshole king, asshole universe, or just extremely smart to generate a buzz. Mario, what do you think?
Well, he's not ignorant. See, here's the thing. It's this. He's probably a Donald Trump supporter, and the other Donald, former Clipper owner.
I knew you was gonna say that.
They probably get together. This is who. You ever wonder who they go to their barbecues with?
Oh,
Him.
The people they're talking about.
Him. This is who they socialize with, and this is what they say all the time when they're not around everybody else. It's the way they think. It's not a secret, and they're not ashamed of it. They only back off of it when you throw it in their face. So they're not ashamed of this.
No.
These viewpoints. Okay, came up in the professional world.
Right.
And I can tell you that even in the world of academia, certain levels of ignorance prevail, especially when it comes to racism. They don't think that they're being racist. They think they're being accurate.
Yeah.
That's where the ignorance comes in.
And let me tell you where he flubbed at really bad. I don't believe too much in the sincerity of what they call the immediate, I got on video, said what I said comfortably, then realized the pushback because I'm disconnected. PR comes in to rescue the day because they don't want this following them. And then they put out a PR comment. Well, look, big dog, you were comfortable sitting in the chair. Sit back in the chair again.
Ooh.
Lean back. Have a V8. Have some juice. You can even, and I won't go there, but come with that sincerity the same way. Hiding behind the text. What's more interesting about this is that when they went to Dochovic and others, nobody so far has come in to comment hardly slamming him, which says this man got power.
Yeah,
They're not going to mess with him.
No one has called Donald Trump a bigot. In all the media, CNN,
right.
Fox,
Here we go.
Has anyone called Donald Trump a bigot yet? No.
Hey,
If he ain't a bigot, who's a bigot?
Good day, LA.
Who's a bigot?
Yes.
But they can't.
Fox
They
5
just won't do it.
Right.
They don't do it. The only bigot in America is David Duke.
Okay.
He's the only bigot in America that comedian will ever name. He's the only white man they'll call a bigot. They got one, okay,
Right.
in all America,
Right.
Okay, so based on how they're not attacking this guy, he's a mover and shaker.
no,
Well,
he
I'm
is
saying,
the
that's the American way.
CEO of the WT, the
It's
Women's
the way it's done.
Tennis Association.
Oh,
So
okay.
he's
I
Big
know.
Willie. So
Oh,
money,
okay, now I'm saying
money is flowing right now.
Right.
So for anyone to speak above and beyond,
They
who's
won't
gonna-
do it.
You have to look
And
for this.
wait, what was the choices you gave? I'm gonna say smart.
Go read the chat room. They said, I'm gonna tell you. I said, somebody said, asshole for real, straight asshole.
No,
And
think
smart and
I say sphincter, sphincter.
extremely smart
I think
because he's
smart.
generating a buzz.
That's the one I would have picked.
Now he is in his 70s.
I would have picked that.
So you know he's got ED.
Oh.
This is
Oh, you think he's one of the ones still getting it hard?
No,
Right, see?
I would say smart creating a
Let's
buzz.
vote on that.
You think he's creating a
I
buzz?
think
on
he
that.
is.
When you look at this video, you have to understand what the Women's Tennis Association, what they're going through, and what they've had to deal with.
Well, I remember that they get the same pay.
They haven't.
That was one thing.
They-
They
He's
have
just
been
frustrated,
They
though.
haven't had any what they would call mobilizing individual who says, "Let me speak beyond the sport and now about the equal treatment." Period. They haven't had that person,
No,
so
not
it
yet.
doesn't seem like it's out there. And the person they go get the comment to come back was Serena Williams, who happened to had to get that pushback from Indian Wells and not playing there at that location
Right.
for 14 years. So they were smart enough to go get her comment. But when you listen to how she spoke about it in such a way, referencing Billie Jean King and others, you have to realize the subliminal message that's under there when they root that type of conversation.
They always
His boys are sitting up there patting on their back and says, "That's right. Be thankful of the men, because you guys wouldn't be here if it wasn't for us." That's what
These
he's
type
saying.
of folks always
Wow.
feel they are responsible for
Wow.
your success. Imagine what he would say to black people. Well, we gave you your freedom.
Oh,
These are the same people who will talk to you just like
That's
that.
right. That's
the
right.
way they think.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm just telling you.
Okay,
All
so
right,
you
no
gotta
plenty.
tread lightly.
Yeah. So hey, look.
No plenty.
I just want to exit on this question here because we don't have that much time. Everything has taken a back seat, maybe. But I thought the Spurs and the Golden State Warriors was going to be the highlight story. It has taken a back seat to this weekend. Mario, is it a better NBA Finals, if it was possible, to watch the Spurs and the Warriors versus the Cleveland Cavaliers that we hoped to get there, and the Warriors repeating the finals again? Which
Well,
one would
I
you
think
want to
that's
see?
kind of already being played out because of the difficulties that everybody has beating San Antonio at home.
Did you
Essentially, no one beats them at home.
Right.
Yeah, I watched it. So now, the team that looks unbeatable looks like they have the other one team
Right.
that can get in their ass,
Which you want to see again?
which is San Antonio.
Right,
So
right.
that's the series. That's the series of the whole playoffs.
Well, right, and let me just say this. The only reason why I'm saying it's not going to happen because they're in the same, of course, Western Conference. Toronto is creeping up on Cleveland and only one game behind in the Eastern for the best record. So, what would be the best generated buzz? Because legacy at the Spurs, Hall of Famers are already there. Or do you just want to see Cleveland attempt to do it again to get revenge the way the Spurs did with Miami? Is that a better?
I think naturally there's more interest in Cleveland because of LeBron. But on the other hand, it doesn't make any difference. I don't think anybody expects anybody in the East to beat any of the. Everybody thinks that there's 2 or 3 teams in the West that can beat all the East teams.
Yes.
So that's what everybody thinks,
yeah.
including me. So so who they have representing makes no difference.
Right.
And it wouldn't bother me if it was Toronto because it'd be interesting to see.
Yeah, I like Toronto.
But I think that, LeBron, who I'm a LeBron supporter.
Yeah.
And I want him to play well.
Yeah. If anybody's looking for my choices, of course, I have to say originally I'm still a Lakers fan. So I'm not going to jump the bandwagon and go, okay, I'm jumping Clippers, I'm going Warriors. I'm just looking for the best game. And right now I'm looking for San Antonio and Golden State. If they could play one more time before the playoffs, I'd be happy. Because I'm looking forward to that more than LeBron.
I thought they had 2 games.
They may have. I'm going to have to check the schedule. I think they do, though.
I thought they said they had 2.
Right,
April
2 apiece. Yeah, they do. I think they do.
I think they do.
All right, I'm out, man. My sports, I don't have enough time for the other Q&A. Got to go.
That's Victor Allen's Noodle Sports, you guys. Victor's unique neo-urban look at sports fan base, written by the bald-headed black man. Rub his head and make a wish. The ladies have nicknamed him Sexual Chocolate, and I don't know, but melts in your mouth or in your hands. Whatever. Noodle Sports, come and get some. A weekly recurring segment of the Morning Coffee, The Mario Show.
You guys got a little bit extra today.
Yeah, sports.